country of Guinea-Bissau went to the polls for its presidential elections, and the two heavyweights were generally the incumbent president Omar Mbalo and his arch-rival, which was Fernando Diaz. And while the world waited for the outcome of the elections, the military have decided that they are going to take the issue into their own hands. If you know, again, anything about Guinea-Bissau, you know that their history is riddled, at least their political history is marred with military takeovers and involvement in the democratic process of their country, to such extent that it has claimed the lives of a lot of people in their country and led to civil strifes or conflict in the country as well. So it's not anything new in their country, but the country have made significant strides in terms of their democratic gains since independence, I think 1973, 1974. But what we're seeing right now is the Independent Electoral Commission was meant to declare the outcome of the elections on Thursday, literally today, and the president announced that he has been deposed, he's been arrested by the military, who in fact have suspended the constitution of Guinea-Bissau. Now, what is going to happen, as we know in any military takeovers, as we've seen in the Gambia, for example, the first thing that they do is to suspend the constitution and to suspend the rights and freedoms and liberties of all people of Guinea-Bissau. And after that, they mob themselves into some form of transition, and then followed by an election, and then they become a full-fledged government who by several means institute ways and means of instilling themselves in power for as long as possible. That is the characteristic of military governments around the world. And we've seen it, it's more prevalent in Africa, but it's not anything that we are not familiar with. And so as a Democrat, I believe in the value and the process of democracy. And the military, for all intent and purposes, always have a tendency to come and just do whatever is it that satisfy their whims and caprices. In fact, initially they present themselves as people with a difference. Eventually what happens is the polar opposite of what they intend to do. But the military also do not just stand in isolation, or they do not come out of isolation. There are prevailing underlying circumstances that mostly give rise to military officials stepping in. Issues such as unemployment, issues such as poverty, issues such as healthcare. And Guinea-Bissau has been one of the poorest countries in the African continent, or also generally around the world. I think Gambia and Guinea-Bissau are way below the poverty line, and that has been very, disturbing for a very long time for that country.